Straight ahead on CCX News, Valentine's Day celebrated with nuptials for a Plymouth couple. Plus, a difficult circumstance facing a Golden Valley couple. They're now up against a deadline to find a new home. But first, tragedy in Crystal. A 2-year-old boy is believed to be the victim of a homicide. CCX News starts right now. And we begin in Crystal, where an alleged case of child abuse leads to the death of a 2-year-old boy.
Police are calling it a horrible tragedy. First responders found the toddler injured on Saturday evening. He died on Sunday. Police arrested 21-year-old Kieran Mitchell of Crystal. Mitchell is the boyfriend of the victim's mother. He had been charged with second-degree murder. On Saturday night, police and paramedics found the victim in a home in the 3400 block of Adair Avenue. The toddler was unconscious and bruised. According to a criminal complaint, the 2-year-old suffered injuries that are highly suspicious for child abuse. The medical examiner found retinal hemorrhages consistent with blunt force trauma. Police say Kieran Mitchell admitted hitting the child with a flip-flop, but says he never hit him too hard.
Considering that he had multiple head wounds and head trauma, it doesn't add up. And definitely the fact that he admits to hitting him is just tragic enough. And even though he says he did it with a flip-flop, that doesn't mean that that's true.
The criminal complaint says a woman living at the home told police Mitchell had been beating the victim since they moved in December. Mitchell is due to appear in court on Wednesday afternoon.
We have an update now on a Brooklyn Center murder case in which a woman was found shot to death inside a hotel Saturday night. Today we learned 5 of the 6 suspects arrested after the shooting have been released from custody because the 48-hour window to charge them expired. One other suspect remains in jail on an unrelated charge. Police say they are actively continuing their investigation and charges could still be filed at a later date.
Emotions ran high at Brooklyn Park City Hall Monday night over a resolution that some council members say has no teeth. The resolution put forth by Council Member Susan Paugh declares support for refugees, immigrants, and Muslims. Paugh agrees her resolution is just a statement she believes the city can't delay a vote on.
Please introduce your name and your address, please, for the public record.
One by one, residents of different ethnic backgrounds stood up to speak Monday night, expressing fear and concern.
I think that my neighbors and everybody else should not be in a situation where whenever they see a police, they will be afraid.
Afraid not only because of President Trump's executive order on immigration currently being battled out in the courts, but also a feeling that discrimination and intolerance of immigrants has become accepted.
We also have children and students in our city who go to school and college, but they can't focus on learning because they worry for themselves and their families.
Residents who spoke Monday night also expressed concern about Brooklyn Park Police doubling as immigration and customs enforcement agents, something police say they do not do. They feel this resolution, however, would be a start to better police and community relations.
I believe that we have a real opportunity here to be a model city.
How that happens, though, will take time, and some council members feel this discussion has become too political.
This right here is a higher level of politics than I care to get involved in. In my opinion, doesn't belong in the city of Brooklyn Park.
While Mayor Jeff Lundy feels this is a resolution that needs action attached to it.
I don't believe that anybody's going to feel safer tomorrow with a piece of paper that they won't see.
But Councilmember Paugh believes waiting sends the wrong message.
The fact is, when there are specific groups that are being targeted, we should speak out about that.
In the end, the resolution was tabled with Council members Paugh and Terry Parks dissenting. Mayor Lundy believes more discussion is needed. He says he's taken calls from 19 churches who would like to be part of the process, including one mosque.
A bill put forth by a Maple Grove lawmaker aims to prohibit companies that contract with the state from boycotting Israel. Republican Warren Limmer says boycotts can be used to wage an economic battle against Israel. Supporters say such a boycott amounts to the discrimination of Jewish people. When the issue was debated in the House, DFL Representative Mike Nelson of Brooklyn Park criticized the bill, calling it feel-good legislation that has no practical impact. Many men and women who served our country are now facing homelessness.
It's not only a problem nationwide, but right here in the Northwest Metro as well. Reporter Sonia Goins talked with a Golden Valley family who is racing against the clock to find housing.
The hard part is to decide what we're going to put in storage.
Dexter and Jody Bingham have lived in this Golden Valley basement apartment for the past few years. But now they're packing up, their new destination unknown.
We have to be out by this Friday.
Dexter was a master gunnery sergeant in the United States Marines. He served 12 years. And Jody served 4 years in the United States Air Force. They fell on hard times after losing their jobs.
She suffers from migraines, so she had 2 jobs. I'm on disability because I have PTSD and diabetes.
With a new baby and 4 of the children, the need for new housing is immediate.
They know we're moving. They don't know the exact reason why we're moving.
The Bingham family is not alone in their struggles. According to the Minnesota Department of Veteran Affairs, there are over 200 homeless veterans in the state. A variety of factors contribute to veteran homelessness. Post-traumatic stress disorder among them.
Life circumstances that happen to a lot of veterans where they, loss of a job or a divorce.
Meanwhile, the Binghams are determined not to fall into the homeless veteran category.
I don't know. I'm nervous.
I know, sweetie. It'll get better.
With 3 days until their deadline to vacate, the Binghams are not giving up hope.
We have each other, and I just keep praying that something's going to show up.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
She wasn't happy with me.
Well, there is some good news for the family. Dexter recently got a new job and was promoted to assistant store manager. And organizations like Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Quad Cities are trying to help the family.
If you are a teen or young adult living or going to school in the Brooklands, there is an incredible opportunity to learn job skills and get a paid summer internship.
It helped me a lot how to grow and everything, learn how to talk to other people, meet how to work in a group.
Teenager Minnie Kemoke's paid internship was with the City of Brooklyn Center. She and others shared their experiences with Champlain Park students. The paid summer internships are part of the BrookLynk program that helps provide job skills training for youth who might otherwise face barriers to employment.
So we want to make sure that young people in the Brooklands are really ready to enter the workforce. And then also for those who are interested in the internship to actually have a summer job.
To register for the BrookLynk job training, you can go to brooklynk.works.
There's a new way to recycle old, worn-out clothing starting this week in 4 Northwest Metro cities. A company called Simply Recycling will pick up clothing, shoes, blankets, and drapes in orange bags that were mailed to customers in Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park, New Hope, and Crystal. They'll pick up the stuff for free on your regular recycling day. About 85% of clothing does not get recycled. Some of it can be reused, but other clothing is broken down into rags or made into home insulation. Well, coming up, couples who work out together stay together. Delane Cleveland explains next in Health Check.
And later in sports, why it's shaping up to be a very competitive Section 5 gymnastics meet this week.
But first, staying cooler on Wednesday, then another warm-up starting Thursday. Having a workout partner in the gym can have all kinds of benefits.
The workout partners can, of course, hold each other accountable and push each other to work harder. But what if that workout partner is your significant other? In today's Health Check, Delane Cleveland explores the benefits of working out as a couple.
During this season of love, couples give each other flowers, chocolate, and a variety of other things to show that they care.
Oh, man.
And then there are those who express their admiration by helping one another become as fit as possible.
We met in the gym, so it's been a big part of our lives ever since.
Meet Sam Aldrich and Jessica Connor, a Plymouth couple who spends plenty of time in the gym working out with each other.
I like it a lot. I'll be going easy on myself, and she just starts yelling. Just starts telling me what's up, and keep going. You're better than this.
I think it's easy because we're comfortable with each other, so we push each other harder.
Not every workout can be done in tandem, but when it comes to certain core exercises and leg exercises, they showcase how two can be better than one.
It's fun to work together and reach these goals that are sometimes really hard for people to get to.
Talk to personal trainers at the Snap Fitness in Plymouth.
I think it's a great idea. It's going to allow couples to really interact with each other.
And they say this is not only a great idea, but it's something they encourage.
Yeah, we related a little bit to a pro sports team. You kind of have one common goal. You know, one might want to lose weight or, you know, maybe put on some muscle tissue, but you're both working hard and you're working towards something together.
That something could be a physical goal, but experts say there are benefits beyond losing weight and building muscle.
By doing these things together, there's a great emotional bond there with working out together.
The summer bod. Sam and Jessica would agree. They've been a couple for nearly 3 years. Next year, they're getting married.
I think every couple can benefit from it, and not only that, you're being healthy together, so you know, you're going to live a long life with each other.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Coming up, we meet a Plymouth couple who should have an easy time remembering their wedding anniversary.
But first, Maple Grove's wrestling team is getting set for section team competition this weekend. John Jacobson has that and more coming up next.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. The regular season is in the books for local wrestling teams with section competition the next 2 weekends. Maple Grove has put together one of the better seasons in our area. The Crimson beat Osseo last week to improve their dual meet record to 17-8. That also includes a win over Wayzata that helped Maple Grove get the #2 seed for this weekend's Section 5 3A team tournament. As they told CCX Sports' Jay Wilcox, looking forward to sections after a pretty solid season.
We worked really hard on beating Wayzata, and that was an important part in where we're being seated. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to show how good we are.
There's a lot of quality wrestlers in the section, some good teams in the section. You know, getting to the finals, we're going to have to beat Wayzata again. They've got a great team, and there's some other good teams in there that can make some noise as well. So we got to be ready for every match.
Most of our local teams are in Section 5 3A with the Crimson, and they won't have too far to travel for this weekend's section team tournament. Cooper High School is the host site. As expected, St. Michael Albertville is the #1 seed and heavy favorite. They're followed by Maple Grove, Wayzata, Osseo, Rogers, Buffalo, Armstrong, Park Center, and Cooper. The whole tournament is Saturday. Cooper meets Park Center in the lone first-round match. That's followed by quarterfinal action at 10:30. The semifinals are scheduled for noon with the championship at 2 o'clock. Again, all at Cooper. The section individual tournament is the following weekend at St. Michael Albertville. Tutino Grace is the top seed and host for the Section 5 2A tournament Saturday. Brooklyn Center Concordia and Benilde St. Margaret's are also in that section. Section gymnastics meets are also this week. The section containing the top teams in our area should be a very good meet this season. The Section 5 AA meet is Thursday night at Champlin Park High School. The Rebels are the defending champions and one of the favorites this season, but they should get plenty of competition. Maple Grove, like Champlin Park, is a top 10 team. And they beat the Rebels in a dual meet. Both teams have scored as high as in the 144s. Park Center and Wayzata are also around the 140 mark and have some great individuals. It'll be a very competitive night.
I just got done telling them it's going to be like a bunch of gunfighters, a shootout at the OK Corral. I mean, it's going to be that tight. Champlin should be up there. Maple Grove, those two are right at the top. We're right behind them. Right behind us is Rogers and Wayzata. And my feeling is any one of the five could be the leader.
The Section 5 AA meet starts at 5:30 Thursday at Champlin Park. Maple Grove basketball player Tywhon Pickford suffered a serious knee injury which sidelined him for much of his junior season. Jason Malillo profiles the senior guard on this week's Sports Jam show here on CCX. Here's a clip from that story.
Pickford is back with a vengeance this season, averaging 21 points and 8 rebounds a game for the 17-2 Crimson.
Each year I've seen him develop something new in his game. This year he's shooting it extremely well from 3. He's always been a great reader, a cutter, and having a guy like Brad bring it into the lane and him feeding off of that and reading off of that has been really good for him and us.
He pushes you, he's a good leader, he leads by example, and I think the main thing is that he holds you accountable for how you play on the court, on and off the court.
Pickford certainly has become a complete player. He's active on both ends of the floor and is a versatile scorer with a rising basketball IQ. His resurgence this winter is being noticed by colleges, many of which backed away after his injury.
Watch the rest of the Tywhon Pickford story and more on Sports Jam. It airs through Wednesday evening at 3:30, 6:30, and 9:30 p.m. on CCX channels 12 and 799. That's it for sports. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right. Thanks, John. We'll be right back.
Well, finally, we end on a Valentine's Day story that is all about the ultimate love, getting married.
As Eric Nelson found out, that was a common occurrence today for several local couples.
Mike and Alex, it was a very busy Valentine's Day here at the Hennepin County Government Center in Minneapolis. 34 couples were married by 12 different judges, including some from the Northwest Metro. Welcome to the marriage assembly line. Where I do was the phrase of the day.
Friends, we are gathered here in the presence of witnesses to join together Ryan and Atina.
Judge Hillary Caligari performed 3 weddings in a rapid-fire total of 13 minutes.
It's just fun. Everybody's happy. The courthouse is sometimes a place where people dread coming for one reason or another. This is purely happy.
One of the couples Judge Caligari married was Etna and Ryan Morrissey of Plymouth, who took their vows at high noon.
It's a really good opportunity, especially for people like us where money is kind of tight right now.
Judge Caligari thinks the Morrisseys are a great pair and like their body language.
The way that they look at each other and seem to really know each other, and I think that's probably what it's all about.
Down the road, there certainly will be no excuse for the Morrisseys to forget their Valentine's Day wedding anniversary.
It'll be easy to remember every time, even when we're old.
Yeah.
It'll be an easy day to have in mind.
Yes, Cupid would be proud of this scene. Thanks to Judge Caligari and others, romance was the theme today.
All you need is love.
In Minneapolis, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
It's love, love, love is all you need. There's nothing you
And the weddings were free. This is the 5th year that Hennepin County has done this. You and I both have been down there, Mike. It really is touching. It's worth going down on Valentine's Day or Hennepin County government, so you can just watch.
And the judge has it right. A lot of people have to go down to the courthouse for bad reasons. This is a good reason.
This is a celebration. That's right.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we'll see you back here again Wednesday, starting at 4.